Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the third and final installment of the podcast. You're going to be able to hear everything that you hadn't heard about relationships, about shit that you didn't want to know. And we're going to have a very personal story. So get ready, get your seatbelt strapped in, and let's go.
Click it or ticket. How can they read? Okay, whatever. Preach.
We're going to go ahead and go into our actual topics. I know, people. You're now into the second podcast. You're thinking, Riker, you promised us last time y'all were going to talk about shit. Look, black men need mental health, okay?
Absolutely.
Correct. So we have to talk about things. We have to get to it. So we're going to give you the actual podcast. Sorry. And this one, we're going to talk about these rising corona cases. Now, what was hilarious is that after all the shit that people talked about, we want states to open back up. Mike Pence told y'all niggas he ain't coming to Florida, he ain't coming to Arizona, so y'all niggas can go talk to yourselves. Right. Kick some rocks. And what I find to be even more funny is that now you've got places like Florida that are just doing double numbers for shit. When they're like, it's the damn kids. Okay, kids are doing other stuff now. Who are you going to blame it on now?
Never the kids. It was the stupid ass governors. No, sorry, I apologize. Let me take it back. Let's go a little further. It's the stupid ass president that we have saying we need to open up these lines because his stocks were slowly dwindling. Money was no longer flowing in the direction that he wanted it in. So he's like, oh, we got to open up the state. Oh, we got to get some money flowing. Not caring about what the hell these people are doing because it's a people problem, not a money issue. Yeah. We need to stay the fuck away from each other temporarily. That way this shit can die down. That way we can move forward. We're not gonna. This winter is gonna be the worst winter. Mark my words.
I've already stocked all my shit up. We ready to go.
This winter, y'all folk, listen, whoever's listening, start stocking up now because this winter is gonna be ugly. Nigga. It's gonna be ugly. I promise.
Ari said, look, he got his food, he got his bullets, he got his clean supplies.
Bullets are hard as hell to find right now because I wanted to buy me a
12 gauge.
No. I wanted to buy me a Draco, but I cannot find bullets for the Draco.
Don't they?
What does it take? No. What does the Draco take?
I think you was right. 225, right?
225, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. 225 is one of those.
I can't find
because 223 you could find pretty often. Yeah, pretty easily.
No, I'm saying whatever kind of bullet you looking for.
No.
Besides shotgun ammo.
No, you're right. 225 though is harder to find because it's not.
That's
quite
why I didn't buy it.
But I think the 225 sits in the ARs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, ARs can use 223, 225. Some of them modified can use the 7 whatever NATO shit something in the 5.56 NATO shit. Because that shit always surprised me. Because when people talk about, oh, you don't need AR-15s, it's like that is the gun that can take the most kinds of different ammo. You can take 9 millimeters. You can customize them to take NATO shit. Yeah. You can basically redesign your AR-15 to take any type of bullet that you need.
You want. That's right.
So I feel y'all, but we not Canada. Like, I get the Canada thing. And also, side note here, shout out to you, Canadian prepper. They really did pull an okie doke on the Canadian people. Because that guy who got those guns got them illegally. So this wasn't a legal gun owner who... Because, the guy who shot the Mounties and other people up there who caused them to say, we're taking away your right to guns. That nigga obtained all the shit illegally. So it would not have mattered if this nigga actually had... decided to get his stuff the legal way because he wouldn't have been able to get the kind of weapons that he got. And yes, he died, and yes, they decided to do a knee-jerk reaction, which is ban all the semi stuff. But they're doing it in the typical Canadian fashion. They're like, hear ye, or let me do it. I'm straight copying this from Canadian Purple now. Hear ye, you have been summoned to give back weapons which we will pay you for if they're not shotguns or pistols. We are going to enforce this by adding a 3% tax at the end of the year. And if you don't give those weapons at that point in time, we'll increase it to 5 until you comply. And it's like, if this were America, we would have said, nigga, we showed up at your fucking doorstep in 3 weeks, had that shit ready. Canada's like, will you guys please just give the weapons up? I mean, if you don't, we're going to feel really bad, okay? Just give us the weapons and we can go and move on from this terrible tragedy. But everyone who's like, oh, we need to get these out of the hands of civilians, you realize we're going to keep making automatic weapons.
They're not going anywhere.
And people are going to keep getting illegal automatic weapons because if I want to kill somebody and I have enough money, there is literally nothing that's going to stop me unless this person is a celebrity or a person in office who's going to have heightened security. If a nigga wants to kill you, there is literally nothing that is going to stop this man. Because you guys forget, your officials may say whatever, your government may say whatever. There's a cartel in every fucking country.
Oh, yeah.
There's somebody who can get you whatever it is that you need, whether it's boy pussy or weapons or something in between. Somebody can get that shit for you. I'm just saying. Let's kick it 100. If you want some badussy, some boy pussy, and it is illegal to be gay in your city, your country, somebody can get that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Weapons are way easier to get than anything else.
You could have went.
I could have went so many different ways, but I had to get it someplace that sonically was going to hit you in the eardrum, so you could understand the weight behind the words. And Kira, I already see the side faces you're probably doing. I just know how you are. You know, we engage a lot on Twitter. You're a cool person, and we are going to talk about that challenge. I ain't forgot you. But it's just been crazy watching people in these states get, as Corona rises, being like, oh yeah, things are gonna get better. It's like, whew, nigga, you about to have a different type of winter.
How accurate do you think those numbers are?
50%.
Okay, so let's put it like this. Remember how they said in the summertime everything was gonna get better?
Yes.
Remember that was the federal government saying that, like, oh, we just got to make it through this time. Has it gotten better?
No.
So if you can't trust your federal government to get that shit right, and the fact that we keep having conflicting numbers and stuff, because remember when they said sunlight kills it, but now it's 132 degrees that kills it, and the people are like, if we just heated the entire world, just everybody just get in the house and just heat that bitch up to 132 degrees, we'd kill Corona in a day. I'm like, no, we would kill a lot of old people.
We'll kill the planet because
exactly.
I mean, like you talking about global warming now. Yeah, heat the planet up and see what happens.
Yeah, let's heat everybody's house up to 150.
Let's get and
132 degrees.
Whatever's frozen in the ice now. Let's get throw all that out. I mean, you think coronavirus bad? Let's see let's figure out what else is in the ice. I can't help it. I watched Eureka last week, and they had the episode with that one ice, and there was something that was fungus that was in the ice that took over. You got Eureka. I'm the biggest nerd ever. You got to check that episode.
You got to check it out.
You got to check it out. But anyways, that's pretty much what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Netflix?
Not really Netflix. If
it's
you
not
have
on
Prime
Netflix?
TV. If you have Prime TV.
Prime. Just Prime.
First,
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon TV is good. But, you heat up the planet. Sunlight kills germs, okay? We know sunlight does kill germs, okay? The numbers, you hear these doctors saying, oh, well, this person died of pneumonia. Oh, well, is it pneumonia because of COVID-19? No, it's pneumonia. But he had to come in contact with no, he died of pneumonia. Well, pneumonia is a type of, no, stupids, it's pneumonia. COVID, right. So I believe what he's saying is the numbers may be askew because they're trying to entice fear into us. That way we have to adhere to a certain path that they want. So you have to take a lot of it with a grain of salt, but it is real. Not saying that this is fake. I'm not saying that none of this is fake.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the numbers may be slightly off.
Correct.
But again, the high numbers incite fear. This is real. This is the real deal. I believe a lot of us should not be at work. I believe that they need to really find some kind of vaccine or some kind of preventative.
It's coming, but I wouldn't want to be on that first wave if they get it this year.
Now,
like if they get it next year,
I bet you when they do it, they're gonna have a line of black folks out there testing them out, and I promise you that they're gonna have a line of black folks. Oh, it's free. Come get your vaccinations. I mind you, all these white folks are sitting in the house say,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Zooming in, watching. Like, let's see what happens.
Well, see, that's how I felt earlier when because I was going to get Corona tested this past week, and I was in the line, and then I was like, I watched one woman. She looked like she had been brutally attacked, and I was like,
do you know how they?
You know how to do the test?
No, I knew how they did it. I've never seen someone be violated in that sense.
Yeah, man.
Like it's worse than any throat gaggers shit I've ever seen. Like this woman was more disgusted than one of those quote unquote ghetto gaggers where women basically get abused.
Look, okay, people. All right, listen, people. My wife had this when she had my daughter. Right, they have at least let's say a cotton swab, if you will.
And it's about
at least about 6 inches,
foot long.
Yeah, okay. Let's say 6 to 7 inches long, right? With a little curly Q for the ends.
Oh, that shit.
No. I say an inch of it gets bent. So you're talking about a good 5 inches. There's a little red line. Now they take this cotton swab and they put it in your nose. They go as far as the line. And now, of course, you think maybe an inch or two. No, you have to go all the way down to your nasal passages in your brain. They swab, they twist it, and then they pull it out. My wife almost broke my hand. And she's not that strong. But when she felt that, and you could hear it, they hit a point where they couldn't go anymore, and they had to keep going, and you heard that pop. And that's when it shot straight up in her nasal cavity. She grabbed my hand. She cracked all my knuckles. I think she might have fractured my hand. I promise you, I was in so much pain. It's no joke. And that's how how the test is. It's the worst.
Sign me up for antibodies, dog. Sign me up for the antibody test.
I saw a video of somebody getting the test done, and I was. Whew.
I mean, that shit was worse
Talk
than when
about
I saw
childbirth.
Mos Def get waterboarded, and the nigga threw up on himself. Like, he looked more comfortable than that woman. And I took my car. I turned right out of that line. They're like, "Sir, are you sure?" Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
But there are other ways where they take.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The
longer.
antibodies one, but the antibodies only shows you if you had it in the past. So it doesn't tell you shit about what you got now. It's just like,
Yeah, well.
in the past 6 months, you probably had COVID.
That doesn't make any sense though. We can look. And
Well,
see if
because
you had
we
it in
we
the
didn't
past.
have the test at first for the antibodies.
Right.
The first one they developed is the cotton swab.
Right.
Because that was the only way for them to know. And I mean, the ventilator is in the same level of fucked upness. But at least with the ventilator, oftentimes they sedate you so that you don't begin twisting around because that shit goes down your fucking throat.
Esophagus, right?
So
Wait for you.
they you can't do the ventilator thing if somebody is going to be moving around.
Right,
Like
conscious.
they will literally kill themselves squirming around with that thing stuck through their thing. Now the only exception is, somebody slits your throat. I mean, almost all the work is done for them. They just go straight down. But
Yeah,
again,
well,
why would they
push
try to
on
mix blood in your fucking esophagus? That would make no fucking sense. But I think that's the most afraid I've been outside of interactions with police. I mean, in those ones, you got to act calm, you got to be whatever, but you still fear. Like I feared, and I didn't even have it happen to me. I was just like,
Yeah, it is terrifying. It is a terrifying experience to watch.
I was 3 cars back, so I mean, I'm seeing just based on her. Like she was like, you see those zombie movies where like the dead are coming to life, and she was doing that kind of shit, and like the guy was like, "This fucking
You never
Tuesday."
seen it like.
No, I saw it once performed on television,
Oh, okay.
and the person there was just like this. They
Right. For what he's trying to say, seeing it on TV and seeing it in real life is 2 different things.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
I get it.
It's when you're watching that bad boy live and in color, and you that far away, like I'm in my wife's face, and I'm trying to just breathe, it's okay, and you can see her face contorting, and this woman is just like working this bad boy,
because she don't want to have to do it again.
and right, so she had, and then when she finally got up there, and she had to go up there, and then she had to go a little further. She has to not go to the line. She has to go past the line. The line has to, the whole thing almost has to go up your nose. A good 4 to 5 inches into your nasal cavity. Not me, I'm good. She's good, I'm good, we're all good. I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's why I'm like, and the problem is people are signing up for this. Like
What you buy her after that? What you buy her after that?
Oh, no, she had the baby, and we have a beautiful baby girl. Hi, Devin.
Oh, that's why you did it.
Yeah, because when you're in the hospital, they have to test her because if she had COVID, as soon as the baby was born, they had to separate us.
correct.
The only time they bring her in is when she has to nurse, and it's not through the breast milk, so she can come and nurse, but they have to keep her separated. 2 weeks, it clears up, we're good, we get our baby. If not, guess what? We stay another 2 weeks. Cannot have the baby. They will not let us have the baby.
Yeah, because the kids will have
Now,
no.
every state's different now. I'm just saying with our interaction, that's what would have happened.
And we're not exactly the first in medical stuff. So, I mean, you got to think if we're doing this, other hospitals are probably going further in other states.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, that was pretty much, I mean, that was good on them.
Right.
But, I mean, speaking of kids, the kids are going to be all right. We saw how the Zoomers trolled the literal fuck out of Trump and all of his team. And he was talking about, yeah, you know, we're gonna have 39,000, and we got another 63,000 that are on retainer.
For them in their budget, though. I'll tell you that. I love that.
I mean, the thing about it is they literally trolled the shit out of this man, and they made them shut down the stage. And people at first were like, oh, they must be putting together a bigger stage. And they was taking the stage down with their little sad thing, doing their little white, I guess, white Caucasian hymns, which are like,
Right.
you know, just two things. They were like,
I thought they were like hi ho, hi ho.
It's off to work we go. Hi ho, hi ho. I mean, again,
Yang in this thing. Yang
You know they got sued for that. That's
No,
why
yeah,
they say
no,
that.
that's what I
said.
It's hard to find that version unless you go to YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Literally YouTube. They probably take that shit down once a quarter when somebody realizes that shit's up. You know, copyright protection. Please don't sue us. But at the same time, it's been just super interesting watching how people tried to downplay that Trump had a low turnout. Because you saw it from like CNN, like, ha ha. But when you saw conservatives do it, they're like, no, his performance was pretty good. It's like, my nigga Nickelback sold this bitch out twice. I mean, I'm not saying Tulsa's the biggest city in the world. And if you haven't watched the Watchmen series on it, you need to watch that. Tulsa should have been pretty damn packed. I mean, this is Donald Trump. He's in the Midwest. It's an area that should be home turf for him. I mean, they burnt down all of our Black Wall Street because whites have an inferiority complex, but we never talk about that. But this should have been like a grand slam. This is like Michael Jordan going to a children's pickup league and walking off the court in halftime after only scoring 20 points. It's like, I mean, you're probably going to beat him, but you didn't throw up some real numbers. Or, you know, watching the college soccer destroy the women's U.S. team. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just throwing a shout to R. Reed on there because that was his analogy several podcasts ago. Although those ladies deserve every penny that they get because sports are hard and you can only play for a small amount of time. But if you have nothing else on that, R. Reed, I'm going to transition to our third topic, which has been congratulations, guys. The Black Lives Matter movement's been co-opted. Now we're canceling people for playing a character on television. Wow. We're canceling people for using the term master bedroom. We're canceling people because white Jesus is too offensive. All Jesuses matter.
I can't believe Caucus Garvey brought that up.
Look, you leave white Obama alone.
I don't know what is Shaun King black. I think his father was black, but he said he don't know him. Never seen him. Right?
Shaun King is like 25% black.
We gotta talk about you're too beautiful, girl. That's Shaun King.
No.
Okay. We're talking about
The
stays on
activist.
Twitter.
Thank you
Activist.
very
Sean
much.
Kingston, yeah.
The activist.
Shaun Kingston.
Okay.
No, we're talking about the
activist.
activist whose name is spelled Shaun.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a very punchable face and some terrible pictures to go along with it that are floating around the internet. He basically doesn't work out. And he's pale as shit. At the same time, y'all realize that we've asked for certain things, police reform. They're not giving that to us. They want to share
slowly but surely.
videos.
Even Biden not gonna give it to us. He put up this. They like Biden came out as a hero, but it's the same kind of police reform he was talking about before and after the incident. So that means the incident didn't change his mind.
Correct. So Biden is taking one step when we need 30. I mean, I'm not disagreeing that Trump is taking 30 steps back. At the same time, like, we have to call out the bullshit. And the fact that y'all are sitting here when we're asking for stuff, celebrating people. Yeah, man, we canceled. What? Do you really think that telling actresses they can't play black characters is really going to change anything?
They replacing Cleveland, man. That shit pissed me off. Kinda.
Exactly. They're replacing Cleveland.
Well, he said he stepped down, but I'm just like,
no, it's the same thing for the Big Mouth Girl. But them stepping down, that doesn't change anything. A white guy playing a black character on a television show that was already established doesn't change anything. How about we have black narratives that don't involve cocaine?
Yeah. The Cleveland show was actually done pretty well.
No, the Cleveland show is a shining example of there being a good black narrative.
Right.
What I'm saying is, think about the most popular shows of the last whatever that are so quote unquote black. Power.
Niggas love Power.
You got fucking The Shy, which basically is we can't have really good straight marriages. Every straight person probably has some bad baggage, and lesbians are great. And then we've got fucking what was that? What was that?
Snowfall?
Yeah, Snowfall. Like,
They said it's good. I never watched
no,
it.
it's good. But again, why does every one of our narratives have to involve drugs or some bullshit of some kind? Like, why can't we just have like I mean,
Atlanta
Atlanta was great, but Atlanta's the exception, not the rule. I give Black as Fuck for trying, but this nigga doesn't know how to act.
I don't like
and that's the problem is this nigga's been the inspiration for Blackish, but he can't play himself. I get it. You're super black.
I didn't watch it.
And by super black,
That's, what's
so Black as Fuck is basically like a black guy who has a shit ton of money who just does things because he's black as fuck. And it's like,
right.
you're not really proving the point
I didn't
that you're
watch it.
black.
No, he's not. He's not.
Just
he's
no.
not
Watch
helping.
the first episode, and that tells you everything you need to know.
Yes.
I'm not going to.
It's the opposite of Killer Mike's show.
As a matter of fact, don't even watch the show. Do what I did because now I know what you're talking about. Because it went as soon as I watched the trailer for
with me.
it, I was like, why the hell would I watch? And I just kept it moving. But check out the trailer. I promise
watched
you.
the trailer.
What the trailer is.
It's what the show is.
That's the whole thing. That is the narrative of the show.
And
I
another
mean, I get
show,
it. It's black people with a lot of money.
and then another narrative is the father's never around, or it's always a stepfather. And
The father's never around except for like
Everybody Hates Chris was pretty
Philando
good.
Castile.
I didn't watch it.
Big Floyd.
I watched a little bit of it.
Like pretty much any black man that
wasn't-
died
it
had a
wasn't-
family.
Yeah.
It wasn't my type of show, but I think it was a good show.
What show was that?
Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody's Chris.
No, Everybody Hate Chris did have a good narrative. It had a strong family figure. This was before Terry Crews lost his goddamn mind. You had an up and coming black
Did he
actor.
lose his mind though?
He's lost his mind.
Modern Family. I didn't watch it. Not Modern Family. What's the other show?
Because of that dude. You know,
No. We're not talking about when he was kind of on the line with the touch thing. Like he went over where he said, "If you're calling out me, you're a black supremacist." Does not exist. If you think black supremacists exist, just turn the
He
podcast
got
off
mad
right now.
because truly he just got mad because you're a big ass nigga and you let some nigga bitch you.
And then on top of that, he was. And I agree. He did.
Yes.
I agree.
I mean, listen.
I agree with D.L. Hughley.
If he would have put hands on that dude,
You
he would
know,
have been in
it
the
does not always require you to throw hands. You should say something. You're a fucking man.
No.
first
He
and
said
foremost.
something, but the problem is
Yeah,
he
he
let
said
it die.
something.
No, he let it die down. If your girl got sexually assaulted, are you ever going to let her go? If your girl got sexually assaulted at a company event,
Right.
Are you gonna tell your girl, no, don't be mad, don't be
Hell
mad.
nah,
We're
we
gonna handle
suing
that.
that company.
Yeah, we
I'm
sure is.
about to say like I'm lighting it up first.
Well, we
I'm
on
sorry.
some Dolph shit. Get paid.
But again, you.
I'm lighting everybody up.
Well, no, but the thing about that is you're going to say, hey, did you see that?
Right.
That guy just touched my girl's ass.
Right.
Or hey, you saw that? That guy just. You're going to enlist people to help back up your narrative. You're not gonna. Hey man, I gotta
Nah,
back
bro,
it
I
down.
ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna walk up. Yeah, that's what
Exactly,
it's gonna be.
exactly. Or you gonna do
It's
the nigga
be-
way.
Why is he punching that guy? Oh, he touched his. Apparently, the guy just touched. That's the only way
Yo,
that's gonna
nigga
happen.
grab my
because
dick, we
there's
gonna have
be
problems.
there's gonna be all this.
I agree.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think
That's
I can
what it
ever
is.
be rich enough to be let a nigga grab my dick and be like, later. Whatever the fuck happened.
Exactly.
Like,
but
yo,
but the problem is he was more mad at D.L. Hughley for calling him on that than he was mad about the actual incident.
I gotta see this.
I think that we shouldn't always call men out just based on how they look on their narratives, but there's a way to handle things, and you did not handle it. And you did not handle it in an appropriate way.
No. The problem that I have with it is we looked at Terry Crews up until that point in time as a leader. He was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine playing a black cop who gave a great, like,
He's still
all
on there,
things
ain't he?
considered, yeah, he's still on there. But I'm saying, like, Terry Crews, and I think it was the second season, gave a great rundown of what it's like to be a black cop. So you can see from the other side of he's taking out his trash. Police officer comes up to him. He doesn't have his badge on him. He's trying to talk to the guy. The guy then tries to arrest him, and he gives his whole narrative in front of him. He's like, but the white character played by that, I forget what the white kid's name, but he gives a fake. I do kind of crazy shit all the time. He comes out there with the mask. Officer's like, hey man, you need any help? He's like, nah, I'm good. Like he puts himself in suspicious ass situations because his character is fucking crazy on the show.
By the way, that guy, he has a movie I love. One of my favorite movies, the white guy, Hot Rod, the guy from Hot Rod.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what is it? You got something new?
Nah. He on a TV show called Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, he's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Is it Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Brooklyn 911?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
We talking about the fat guy, or we talking about
The white guy.
The white guy.
The
main
boy was
guy
white.
play Hot Rod.
Wait, Hot Rod. My bad. I'm thinking about Hot Fuzz. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the nigga, remember he fell down that hill?
Andy
and was
Samberg.
laughing?
Yeah.
Andy Sandberg, yeah.
Andy Samberg.
Okay.
But no, what I'm saying is we looked at him as a leader. I mean, we're gonna talk about another leader who failed our community later on in this. Leaders. But when we look at you like that, and then you come out with this tale, and you're like, yeah, I want to bring attention to it, but I don't want to name him, and like, I'm sorry. We got to stop believing this whole we can't make things uncomfortable for white folks. Like, yes, you might lose your job, but nigga, is it a job? Is getting touched worth continuing a career if you have to stay silent about it? Because if this were your daughter, if this were your son, you would tell them no. You need to make sure that everybody in the world knows. You need to have called out that person. We're not going to say whatever. And I get that different victims, different abuse, yada, yada, yada. But I'm sorry. As a black man, you don't get the whole year later come back. Like, if you're a black woman, baby girl, if you need 3 years to process this whole thing, go through. In fact, 10 years if it's a black man you're about to accuse. But you don't have time as a black man. And I'm sorry, you can be like, oh, Riker, you're being an asshole. No, I'm sorry. Gender matters. Regardless of whatever construct you have, whether you think you're a man or you think you're a woman or you think you're a fucking unicorn, that shit matters. I don't know what the unicorn statute is, and I don't give a shit because I'm not a unicorn, but y'all take y'all time. But if you're a black man...
5 horns.
Oh, 5 horns? Okay.
What?
Well,
yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck?
What is happening?
well, no, it's not that I don't care. It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not a unicorn. I don't know how that's judged, and I'm not going to talk for unicorns. But if you are a gender that is perceived as male, you have about 6 months, probably at best, to get your story out, compose it, get witnesses, and come forward. Because if we hear you after that time frame and you say that you don't want to name the person, I'm sorry. I'm not looking at you the same way that I'm looking at a woman because I'm sorry. You're a born male. You can be mad at me. You can call me names. You can try to cancel me. But I'm sorry. Being a man requires a certain responsibility. Men are supposed to lay down the law. We're supposed to be the protectors. We're supposed to be the providers.
Head of household.
What about what part of basically being quiet is being head of household? There's no part of that. I'm not going to insult you, call you less than a man, call you a bitch, call you a pussy.
I am.
None of that stuff really helps push forward the conversation. What I'm saying is we looked up to you as that. And then for you,
We who? I ain't
well, no,
There you go, see?
I liked
Two of us.
I liked him as a role model, as a father figure, as all that stuff in television, and just seeing how he handled this event kind of downplayed it. And I wasn't done with him at that point. But it's the more into this, like he talking to D.L. Hewley, talking about how he gonna beat his ass. Of course you're gonna beat a black man because you wouldn't have said that shit to no white
Why
man.
ain't beat the white dude that?
That's another thing that he brought forward, and he got mad about that. But it's like, bro, you brought up all this shit by taking so fucking long to come out, and on top of that, being so passive aggressive, talking about I'm gonna talk to the
We
network.
started out with white Jesus.
He started
Yeah.
off with white Jesus.
We started out with white Jesus.
Oh, we started off.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think we're on the same path because it's like I think we all agree that was just ridiculous.
Well, no, it's not just that's ridiculous. It's just patently Jesus. Like he hasn't seen Korean Jesus and fucking what was that movie, the one with the Jump Street 21 Jump Street? Like they had Korean Jesus that Ice Cube was talking about. Like don't disrespect Korean Jesus like that. Like Jesus tends to follow the looks of whoever culture it is. Like if you've seen Japanese Jesus, which he showed.
Hold on, wait, folks.
White people.
Okay.
If I told you your savior wasn't black, would it matter?
Oh no, they don't give a shit about that.
Well, this is what it is.
Was
For where he was and his the description of him, head of wool, skin of bronze. What color is bronze?
Middle Eastern or black, somewhere in there.
Right.
They get
so
about as
they've been
short
lying.
as
So
me.
they've been lying to themselves for years. Oh, I'm sorry. They've been skipping over this little portion that's been in the Bible for.
Look, that's an inconvenient
years.
truth.
Right, and that's what it is. They've been missing over this. They've had white Jesus with the flowing hair, but the description in the book says.
I always want to confront them with that
as
fact.
Andrew Schultz said, shout out to you, Andrew. We're gonna include you in the show notes. They did that mostly to get white people to conform to Christianity because people have to remember being a Christian was being part of a cult for
also,
a very long time.
Also to put the black man in his place.
That was before modern race relations.
Well, no. The Moors. He's talking about it because remember,
Hey.
the Jesus stuff reminded them of the Moors. They didn't like that.
The Moors used to run that town. Just y'all didn't know that.
Yes, we used to, darn it.
I mean, the thing that people always forget is that there are reports now.
I get to bring the boys though. No.
A lot of people said King George was a black man.
Also true. Also, a lot of people said one of those Roman guys who was really big was definitely a black man based on how they described him and how they didn't want to put any of his statues up there because they said that he reminded them of a bull. His nose was inflamed. It's like,
That's why they call them Jewish.
Have you ever seen a white person with a big nose?
Kind of, sorta.
Yeah.
She is kind of sort of.
You ever seen a white person with a big nose?
Jewish people.
A long nose.
Big.
Jewish.
No, he's big. Not long. He said big.
Jewish people have wide noses too.
I mean, I
No, but they have.
I agree with you.
They have the nostrils, but I'm talking about the whole snout.
he said like bull,
There you
like
go.
bull,
Like a bull.
like a bull. But no shout out to all the Jewish people who have big noses. We on the same team most of the time. But yeah, it's just been the movement's been co-opted. Shaun King, you need to calm down, and we need to actually stick on police, defunding the police, and police reform. Like, stop all the petty bullshit, because that stuff doesn't make sense at all, and it doesn't help advance the narrative. But now we're going to get into the main teeth of the podcast. We're going to talk about this whole Cole versus Noname thing, and I'll give you a brief rundown, because I assume that you probably haven't heard about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Noname is a rapper that is very much no name. Like, she doesn't have any renowned claim to fame. She released 2 really hot albums. They were actually pretty good.
Not famous, but she's trying to get famous like that one chick who's a troll.
Not exactly. Oh, you're not talking about the woman who said she slept with Dave Chappelle.
What's her name?
I can't think of her name off the top because I don't give her time.
Okay, yeah.
But she's a rapper. I think her name begins with an A. Just type in rapper who claims she slept with Dave Chappelle. It should come up first.
Dave Chappelle said he never cheated on his wife. I don't believe that. I believe that.
I believe you, Dave.
That's good. But black men never cheat, so I do.
Exactly.
Hey, hold on.
Azalea Banks.
Azalea Banks?
Yeah.
Banks. Okay, yeah.
So yeah,
I have never cheated. I can stand in front of you, look you all square in the eye, and say I've never cheated.
yeah, I've never cheated.
Anything. If I cheated, I would look everybody in their eyes and say I've never cheated.
That's horrible.
You're a horrible
liar.
I mean, no, he's not a liar. He's just bending the truth. Okay, our president taught him well.
That's not bending the truth.
I mean, no, he's bending the truth.
That's sanctity.
He's not separating it or offending the sanctity of marriage. He's never cheated as a married man. I mean, that is addressed all the time before he was
If you
married.
did cheat on your wife, you shouldn't tell anybody anyway. It's your goddamn business, not nobody else.
Look, that's between him and the Lord. All right?
In the Lord.
In the Lord. But going back to Noname, of very little renown until recently. She basically was an MC who, put out a couple things. Us in the black community, the conscious woke community, they played with her. They fucked with her. Niggas, not so much at all. But she noticed that a lot of her fans were white, and they really didn't give a fuck about her message of her songs or black pain or anything like that. So she said, fuck music this year. So she started a book club because that's how you change the world. And, of course, woke Twitter, all those people, they were reading the books along. They were talking to whatever. And she made a tweet where she called out all the popular rappers. And this is where J. Cole made his famous mistake. As the rules of power say, never, ever, ever talk to somebody who is doing worse than you. That's just a bad idea. Whether it's Rule 10 you want to go with, which is do not engage the unhappy or the unlucky. If a nigga is not in your same area code when it comes to making money, you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. Correct. Mm-hmm. So he talked to her outside of her bracket. He basically made a song because, J. Cole's emotional. When he felt, the whole Lil Pump thing, he made a song and put it at the end of his album. Lil Pump got mad, made a diss track. Then 2 of them sat down and had a conversation that was actually pretty decent.
And Lil Pump is not relevant anymore.
Exactly. He was trying to warn him then, but Lil Pump basically was a 19-year-old who, fuck you, old nigga. But the old nigga got the last laugh. Because J. Cole was trying to tell this nigga to be about longevity, but Lil Pump wanted to
that's cool. I'll do food.
Exactly.
I listened to his album.
Exactly. Harvard Dropout was...
I was trash, bro.
It's a trash. The beginning was enjoyable, but everything after that was bad.
The beginning was enjoyable. But
I mean, no. There's enjoyable trash. When the dump truck driver is dropping the trash into there and you watch that shit get crushed up, that's enjoyable. Then there's, you got to carry the trash down the hill. And it should stake because it's been 4th of July because that'll be about the time this shit drop. So
all countries matter.
All countries do matter. And we're going to keep that going on 4th of July.
Hashtag?
Yeah, that's the hashtag on 4th of July. All countries matter.
We still celebrating it.
Oh yeah, we still celebrating, but
we're not
we're just saying that
countries
it's All Countries Matters Day. No, it's All Countries Matter Day. But getting back to this tale, so J. Cole decided to respond to her with the track. Some of what he did with our friend Little Pump.
Sorry, what was said exactly?
Basically, the overall track was pretty decent, but he said, I don't like your tone were the words that it was used.
He's talking to a black woman. Ooh.
I mean, he said that to a black woman. So Twitter goes fucking 5-star bananas.
She said, I gotta go back.
Remember, you can't hold black women accountable.
Well, I'm not going that far.
That's true.
boy, that is. I got a story about that.
I know. I know that I know that you have some evidence.
Boy.
Which
You
is
never
from
thought about it?
No,
Yeah.
not just now.
You can't hold them accountable. Like for the
Well, no, you can hold
men,
women accountable.
Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about black.
But you
black
can't
men
hold them
too.
to. You can't hold them to the same level that you would hold like another man to.
correct.
But I think that's because we don't hold men to the same standard
it's
that we would hold
screw
women
equality
to.
then.
I mean, we already there. Some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because I remember working. I didn't work there. I know people who work at UPS, and they always let the girls grab the small boxes, and they grab the big
Nah,
boxes.
sweetheart, you in there with me.
And we
Big box
get,
right there.
and you know, they pay them the same. I'm just like, I remember I did work at the Walmart distribution center. They was like, "You're not gonna get this big ass box." I'm just like, y'all get paid the same.
Y'all got
amount I do. Y'all got it.
Equality,
Like,
remember?
you that type
Equality.
of nigga. Yes,
Nope.
I am that type of nigga.
Well, that's the problem. Is like the women who really do like, no, I want to do this stuff. I respect those women because they're consistent with their
Correct.
message.
But those are usually
most of
lesbians.
the
Or the
well,
likes.
oftentimes, yes.
Don't give a fuck. They'll pick up them big boxes. But it all dainty
I
girls.
think it all starts at home. You know what I'm saying? You best believe all my daughters gonna be like, I'm gonna teach them.
I started early.
If you want to learn how to do it,
It's a lot of things.
you're gonna do it right.
I'm not-
If you can lift it up,
I think, did I tell you the story of Thanksgiving? I said, what you want to eat? She's like, just a little bit. I put like a
little
pea
bit
there,
of everything?
a pea here, and then I put one collard green. I was like, you just want a little bit, right? Number one, ask for what you want. That was the plan. That's each year, you know, because I just know the stuff with women I talk to. I ain't really hungry. Bitch, eat my food. Like, I thought you weren't hungry.
No. She said that she wasn't
I feel
hungry,
on that.
but women's energy bars replenish when your food is there and they eat it.
my wife
Their
is the
whole
only
bodies
one-
work
even
differently.
My wife knows that you don't touch my plate. Don't touch my plate. Don't why? Why would I go into a store? You know, that is.
I know. It drives
I
me
go in
crazy
the
too.
store, come back out, and I ask you 3 times. Do you want anything? Do you want anything?
Do you want anything?
Ask for what you
Do
want.
you want anything?
He's pointing
Do you
several
want
different
anything?
ways.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want anything?
Authentic
I'm
black
good.
ways.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you
Because
sure?
I'm going to eat this food in front of you, and I'm just.
And the thing about it is, and the worst part about it is when you get in there, you get that heat from right there in the neck. Like, oh, you ain't gonna share that?
Whatever.
No, I'm not.
That's
because
accountability.
I asked you.
That's
I asked
accountability.
you.
That's
Oh, you being selfish? No, but I asked you. Now, if you would have said no, if you just came out and said I have some of yours, no problem. When I go in there, I'll buy a little extra.
This is the best thing to do.
Be honest.
Buy 2 plates. Why you get so many? I told you I ain't want none. Oh, well, this is just in case you don't. And if you don't want none later on, I have something to eat later on.
My nigga go out to eat.
Like
Yeah,
that.
that
I
nigga
like
My
that.
nigga go out to eat for 2 for 20. He always
I do.
he buys one plate for himself and a plate to take home.
Correct.
Hey, I don't feel them.
Hey man, you feel him.
I sure
But
do.
sorry, getting back to what he actually said. So what he said is she mad at my nigga, she's mad at her ignorance, she's mad she wear her heart on her sleeve. She mad at celebrities. Low key, I think she's talking about me. I ain't no dummy to think that I'm above criticism, but when I see something that's valid, I listen. But shit, there's something about Queen Tone that's bothering me. That's the part that started the initial
Sound like a hit
fucking
dollar holler at
wave.
me.
Again,
I don't think she didn't go at him.
No, that's him.
Right,
That's him
him. That's
responding to her.
Right.
And her tweet that she said was niggas' whole discographies be about black plight, but they nowhere to be seen. Which again, makes sense.
Oh, okay, and see now that's what I thought. That's what it was about. Not trying to hurt anybody else's podcast or anything, but I was listening to Steve Harvey, and they said
Why?
the same thing. Because
Well,
I'm
yes.
38. I'm 38 years old, and that man is funny as hell.
Huh?
Huh?
No, Steve Harvey's still a funny nigga. He's just not somebody I would hang
bro.
around.
What?
Because a nigga a snake.
A snake and a coon.
Well, hey, look.
No. Coon's a bit much.
Coon.
He ain't been
He's
funny
not a
about-
coon.
Okay,
He's
well,
a bought woman.
Until I get the whole broad spectrum. I thought I had a broad spectrum from what I understand from my brothers. They're telling me something different, so I have to do my homework.
He's
But
a hit
from
and
what I'm
miss.
saying, from what he said was, a lot of entertainers shouldn't really say anything because they might try and change the narrative to become popular, to boost sales. Okay, yeah, I'm a part of this movement now. Yeah, look at me. Take your eyes off of what people are really doing and what these guys out here in the streets are doing. But yeah, look at me over here. I'm over here. I'm saying something too, but I'm not doing anything. But you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what
Well, no, I hear that. And that is a perfectly valid argument. Dave Chappelle made the same thing
Right. Okay. Yes.
in less funny, but more poignant way for him to go out there and do that. and for him to just take the whole social distancing thing and show y'all what it looks like at a comedy club, because that's what a lot of people are like. Oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing. I'm like, yeah, that's socially distant. Oh, I haven't done that. It's like, okay, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the antibody
What's the name of
test.
it? What's the name of it? I meant to watch that. I gotta
Eight,
watch that
is it
8:46.
8:46?
8:46. I gotta look that.
You haven't
It's on
watched it?
Netflix?
Yeah, you haven't.
No. It's on YouTube.
YouTube.
It's
It's
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube. I thought it was on Netflix.
Well, no. Netflix sponsored it, but they put it up under Netflix
because that's
isn't
how
a
long
joke. Because
dude's
Netflix
knee
under it isn't a
was on
joke.
his neck.
Is there exactly?
I know.
I thought it was
didn't
Netflix is
know.
a joke.
I didn't.
Oh no, you're right.
I
Netflix is a joke.
Netflix
in
is.
46 seconds.
46 seconds.
No. It's Netflix is a joke because that's their comedy wing for them to try to get you to go into things.
Oh, okay.
So it's under Netflix, but it's on
Why
their
did they put it
YouTube
on Netflix,
Okay.
though?
because
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
because again, it's part
No, I
it's part
saw
of the
it.
new
I saw it
woke
on YouTube.
politics. By them putting it out there to where it could be free, it's going to spread like wildfire. Because now
And it did.
even people who don't have Netflix are going to watch it. And then they're going to associate Netflix again, similar to what you're saying. Companies have done all the shit that Steve was saying. They are throwing out the woke politics. They're collecting the woke dollars, and they're telling the racist dollars, y'all don't please me as much anymore. But half them racist dollars gonna come anyway. Because even with Chick-fil-A, when niggas was saying we're not gonna shop at Chick-fil-A,
NASCAR.
half them
Perfect
niggas was still
example.
eating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so crazy that NASCAR took them this long to ban a flag that's ridiculous. At this
Correct.
point.
A flag that has nothing to do. It's about Confederacy. No, that
Heritage.
flag was made in 1903.
But let me be real with you. I understand where white people are coming from, but I'm telling you, you are wrong.
Well, the problem is they're never going to listen to that second part.
Then it doesn't matter. Then fuck what
They
you're
don't care.
saying.
They just want.
Because
what
if
they
I put
want.
up a Nazi flag and be like, "This is for black rights," everybody's gonna look at me like I'm stupid.
Exactly.
That's how we're looking at you.
Yeah, that's.
And that is. But going into that, she made a track where she said niggas is as quiet as a church mouse until it's time to get the verse. And then she kind of went in on it for like 60 seconds and then left it. Now, what has developed recently that came out was she said, I shouldn't have done that. Which is actually the quickest a woman has ever apologized for anything ever, I think. I think that's going to go down to Guinness Books of World Records.
Man.
Then in a week.
That a woman apologized?
Yeah, that the woman said, I shouldn't have made that track. I mean, again, it's not a full-hearted apology, but she also did something that a lot of women wouldn't have done, like check your female entertainer. She said, look, I feel, I shouldn't have done that, so I'm going to donate all the proceeds that I get to, black causes. So, the money's going to keep circulating.
This is not even the right space to do that. And the
But
way
that is the bigger thing is that, one, if you're going to respond, you should have done like
he did.
Lil Pump. No. If you're going to respond like he did, you should have done like Lil Pump and offered at the same time for you to do a sit down where the two of
sit
you could
down,
talk.
have a
Because you guys
conversation.
are on the same fucking side. So my overarching point here is we all lost. Because when we have two black minds that are
It's really
powerful.
somebody trying to come up on that situation.
No,
Somebody's always trying to come up in this
she's
situation,
she's not
usually.
really trying to come up. She has her circle, the same niggas who follow her are the same niggas who follow her. She didn't get any more woke dollars. Black Lives Matter doesn't talk to her because primarily she advocates for communism and that far exactly
Like,
that far Marxist type shit. She like
socialism, super
Socialism,
like
yeah.
past Bernie AOC kind of socialism.
she is she's I don't want to say past them, but she's definitely taking 2 or 3 steps
Yeah,
to the
'cause black
left.
people ain't fucking with that shit.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like the people who listen to her are the same people who've listened to her forever. She didn't really grow her brand.
Yeah.
Now, if she had thrown out here and been like, "Hey, I'm coming out with the whole album," like she said, "Look, I got back in the booth. I did 60 seconds. I really shouldn't have done that. I'm going to donate all the proceeds." She kept it moving, and she did say, "I shouldn't have done that," which is more than you'll see for most female celebrities when they do anything
Wrong. Right.
at all. So that's why I'm saying it is partly a joke because in your interpersonal relationships with women, a lot of times they'll apologize a little bit faster than that. Okay, small times they'll apologize.
Or they'll
Yeah,
suck your
exactly.
Sometimes.
Sometimes they will,
They'll suck your dick.
but the man exactly. I mean, look,
that's
nigga, that's an
fine.
apology in my book.
No. I want to hear the words.
That's because you've been married long enough.
Exactly. You haven't been married long enough.
How long you been married?
This is my second go around. So my first go around was 5 years. This one here, I just got married in April.
Oh, you
So
young.
Yeah.
I mean, I started all over again. That's right.
Many years.
No. It's not that you start all over again. You found someone compatible for you.
Oh, absolutely. I have the perfect one.
It's hard to find that.
Perfect or perfect enough?
Perfect for him.
Yeah,
She ain't got to please
For me.
nobody else.
Right, exactly. She's perfect for me. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause,
I got the right balance because you always have to have that right balance.
Correct.
Because you don't
Correct.
want a woman who's always
80,
yes.
80,
It drive you crazy. But you don't want a woman who's always in your ass for nothing. It'll drive you even crazier. So you have to have a balance, a mix.
Yeah, man. He
Right
told me
and
stories,
crazy.
man. Sometimes, she go to the bathroom, she put the toilet seat back up for him. I was like, what?
Nah,
That
I've
never
seen
happened.
some women like that.
Actually,
They are
actually, she does
interesting.
do that.
What?
I'm so serious. We actually
They
have a
still complain about it, Randy.
she doesn't complain. She no longer complains about it.
She
Brothers,
Oh yeah.
See,
she's
again-
the oldest. She's the second oldest.
dudes.
But
middle
that's
child.
different. She's used to
out
that.
of, she's,
Second oldest, right? 1, 2.
No, but
Depends
she
on how many
has
children there are.
No, it's 1, 2 girls, then 5 boys.
Oh, okay.
Holy fuck!
Right.
Them niggas, do they have a farm?
Had a lot of land. As a matter of fact, she has her parents have her own in Virginia. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I've never.
Your
never
family-
Yeah,
in
right.
Virginia.
See that, and that's how small it is. You never know, but they have a lot of acreage where they grew up in a massive house. You know what I'm saying? That was theirs.
How the
from way
kids?
back on the-
All of them okay?
All of them great.
That's good.
Oh,
That's the
right.
thing about small towns, man.
No. I mean, no. This is not even a small town, bro.
It's
This
not?
It's
I
No,
never
no.
heard
It's,
of
it's one horse.
there. You go. It's
one horse.
tiny. It's tiny.
Like I thought I went to a small town school, and then I realized that we had 3 horses, and that's very different.
Yeah. This one has one part. I mean, everything is literally in one building.
Yeah.
Do you want to raise your children like that?
Why not?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Oh, remember when I stayed in Oxford?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In Oxford, everything was there. They had you got the sex offender registry right here, so you can check your kids. You got the police right here. You got the gun carry place right there. You can pay your water. You can pay your electricity. You can pay everything in this one fucking building.
But
And the
the best thing
cops
about it
would
is-
come by and say, "Hey, man, you doing okay?" It's like, when did cops become reception? We ain't got no crime right now.
You have all this land, all this freedom. I mean, there's nothing out there.
Correct.
The type of place you can just go outside and start shooting.
Yeah.
You can go outside, walk around butt naked, and nobody will ever see you.
Like they gonna see the corn stars and be like, "There's a lot of rustling over there."
That's it, and they'll keep it moving.
Yeah. Like country folks really
Oh, yeah.
don't
Are
bother
you
you.
from the country or the city?
No, I'm a city boy, but I like the country.
No, the country's got a different thing.
Yeah.
Like where you can see niggas just shoot fireworks up no matter what, and people like clean up. The fuck is that? This is Rogers land.
Right.
Leave this shit here. He's gonna come pick it up with his damn cropter at some point later in the future. People be like, even the Kansas
I
like,
never knew fireworks were illegal until I moved. Well, until I got to Atlanta older, because we would always go down to my grandmother's for 4th of July.
Whenever
And
we did,
they
we
live like
always
right
went
there
to-
from Alabama, and they
Yeah,
didn't give
we
a
always
fuck.
went to Alabama and got our
And
fireworks.
we would just still do it.
Yeah, we always went to Jersey to get our fireworks. But that's pretty much. We never knew they were illegal up until I got.
I
until
don't
about
want to
25.
go back to a small town.
I mean, well, the thing about it is, you got to figure out where the small
They
town
don't
is.
be having internet.
No.
connections like
That's not true.
You are dead
not
wrong
true.
about that.
Some
though.
places.
Yes.
So just look at the map. That is true.
Okay,
No. Some
internet
places
works, but you know one thing I do love? Cell phones don't work.
Oh,
You can
hell
leave
no.
me the hell alone. What?
Hell
You don't
no.
understand? Like no phone calls. It's just me and my wife. Look, you don't understand. You get to enjoy that. I like that peace.
The thing about it is, you have Wi-Fi calling, nigga.
Of
you're
course,
gonna be
there's
fine.
there is Wi-Fi calling, so it
Gotcha.
works. And it
Because
works
when I
very
when
well.
I went to school, there was a
I don't want it. Y'all ain't gonna convince me.
no. Our read. I'm not trying to.
Oh,
convince you.
okay.
What I'm saying is, when I went to school,
Just tell you the good points.
there was a small town that basically started their own internet company, and then they had like gigabit internet, and AT&T tried to sue them, they lost, but the small
Really?
town,
Damn.
yeah, AT&T got their ass kicked by a small country town in North Carolina. Like I think it's like
I think they made a rule though that they can't go outside of that state or something like that.
well,
Or state,
yeah,
city,
basically
or
like
province.
they can't expand it beyond like the city general place. So basically they fucked it. Because of course they don't want actual competition. Again, they were pissed when Google started doing it, and then once Google said, "Nah, it's not profitable enough," they were like, "Thank God."
We need Google to do it.
We do need Google to do it, but
Shut them
Google,
down.
it's
We
not.
need competition. It's like anything. Like,
Well, it's not that they need competition. We need somebody to put someone in the FCC who's basically. I hate to say this,
Not
and people are
bothersome.
gonna take this the wrong way. We need a screaming fanatic
Bernie.
guy to take over FCC.
Bernie.
I'm not saying that he has to be
Bernie.
Bernie Sanders, but I'm saying we need someone who literally has grown up and has seen how much the internet has transformed everything, and is like, no.
everyone
Fuck
needs
you
access
guys.
to it.
Everyone needs access to it everywhere.
We still
Niggas
got-
need to be able to download porn on their toilets and their outhouses
People don't
across
realize-
America.
People don't realize how many people still on dial-up, and it's too many people once you look it up.
It is way too many people. When you look up the numbers of people on dial-up, you're like, nigga, it's
I'm sorry.
What
There's
year is
still
this?
dial-up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's still
dial-up. And not even that. It's bad dial-up because a lot of times it's satellite dial-up. So you gotta connect.
It's dial-up when we were kids dial-up?
Yes.
Yeah, when somebody answers the phone, you lose connection.
Oh, my God.
They have that,
You
and
get
they have
the
the
Matrix in
satellite
your
one.
ear.
The satellite one's slightly faster than what
warp
we're.
to
DSL.
The satellite's slightly faster, but no, when it rains,
Boom. You gotta be crazy.
dog. No, you think this is bad? My coworkers live in one of these remote places, in this country as well as both countries that surround us. All of them live in these beautiful places. Like if they give you pictures, you'll be like, "My God, nigga, I can move there." Then they'll tell you that we have line of sight internet. You're like, "Oh, that doesn't sound so bad." They're like, "No. We have line of sight internet. So when it rains, and you don't have visibility, that shit's gone. When it's foggy."
And it's in the millions.
And you don't have visibility. That's just whatever. When it's nighttime
In the millions.
and you can't see shit as well,
In the millions.
yes, everything about that. So yeah, we need a fanatic. We need someone who's gonna come in there who's literally they're gonna assassinate this man after 4 years. But what's gonna happen is he's gonna set everything in motion
Right.
to get it all done.
To make sure everything's done.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Right before this, I need to get to the challenges. So I told you about the challenges with the hip hop Harry and this guy doing all this crazy shit, dancing to it, just
I'm
popping
sorry.
and locking.
The hip-hop Harry?
The hip hop Harry
Go,
was
go,
on.
go,
Yeah,
go,
exactly. Yeah,
go.
he was doing a fucking thing, and he had different people dancing. And there's this one black guy who just did it all the way. Like he was just dancing and dancing and dancing. And hip hop Harry's like, nigga, I'm supposed to be the hype man. This is my job. Nigga, what are you doing? And at the very end, the part that is the most funny, and shout out to Kira, thank you for sending this in. Nigga's like, also follow me on Instagram. He like, this nigga gave his whole goddamn follow me everywhere spit. And then Hip Hop Harry looked at this nigga with contempt.
What's I gotta see that. I heard about it, but I gotta find it.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you before the end of this.
Oh yeah, all right, no problem.
That it was just hilarious. So we will have to see if our Rita Armstead will jump on that, and we can get Hip Hop Harry. You know, that'll be how we introduce everyday black man to the masses. So Hip Hop Harry, we need you to send us that shout out because our podcast. We definitely need more people.
Hip-Hop Harry's a Republican?
I don't give a shit if Hip Hop Harry is a goddamn Satanist. Help this goddamn podcast get to the next level. All right, I don't give a shit what he is. But going back to relationships, this one coming from Ari. Thank you very much for this question. Do you ever wonder when someone says that they love you if they don't mean it?
Oh, and see if they mean it or not.
Do you? I mean, as a guy soon to be
I
married,
feel like it's
There's
sometimes
a song that's way back. It's been redone, but
you Zoomers
More
are going to
than
get
words.
this. But go ahead.
More than words.
More than words.
If you just look up the song. The song will tell you. If they're telling you, they're just trying to verbally, but verbally won't work. You have to show me that you love me. If you tell me you love me, that's nice. That's a good audible feeling.
Because I can
It
tell
gives
everybody
you-
I love them.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you tell me you love me, but from your actions you don't love me, I know you're lying to me.
But
You know what,
who
some
are you
people-
to define the actions of someone
And
else?
that-
to
and
make-
that's what I was
guess
just-
that's what-
That's just what I was
there
just
you go.
about to
I was
get
about
to.
you're about to answer your own question because if you love me, or if you love the woman, I know
I get it, bro.
Right.
We gotta go sausage fest. Pause.
I have to pause myself. Anyway, but if you love a
Individual.
an individual, and you treat her like you do love her, and
I can love you and still fuck these hoes.
okay, well that's between you.
But
and
love
the
is more than
individual.
words,
But
and
it's
you're proving
more-
his point.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think you love somebody and still fuck with somebody else?
No, hell no.
Whoa.
Everybody is
There's some
different.
situations. All right. I can love somebody who's dying of stage 4 cancer, but nigga got needs. I'm not saying it's
You're a
right.
better person.
There's been, like, I'll tell you one. The guy that everybody was so fucking mad at because his wife basically had dementia and Alzheimer's, and she was gone. She didn't really remember. He cared for her. He
Oh, you
loved
talking about
her.
He brought his mistress in.
And he
to
brought his
help
mistress
take
in
care
to
of the
help
wife?
take care, and so he could pipe her down. People got so mad, but it's like,
He never left
this
his wife.
nigga never left his wife. And he told the mistress all wop, baby girl, if I die, you ain't getting out a goddamn thing. But this dick, while I'm alive, you can live here, but after I die, the kids are going to come here, and you're going to have to leave.
Right.
People got all kinds of mad about that. Cause like, he doesn't really love her. I'm like, no. we need to stop trying to make it whole. I get it. In a committed relationship that's going healthy, you shouldn't be cheating. I'm not saying that I'm going to judge you on it because, again, I understand that there are circumstances and sometimes good people do bad things.
Look, if you want to cheat, don't get married in the first place.
Well,
you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, not necessarily, because again, if we didn't
Nigga,
have
it's cake, you gotta eat it.
no. What I'm going to is something different than what he's going to. What I'm going to is if we didn't have the economic advantages,
It's so true.
like I know yourself as another successful black man surrounded in a room by successful black men or successful black men to be. There's some certain tax advantages by being married that you are given that make it economically, if you find the right one, worthwhile for you to join together in a union that may not be so perfect. Such as when we allowed the South to come back to America. Because we should have turned the South into slave colonies and let the black people run the plantation for 50 years. That's my view. But y'all don't want to hear that, though.
No.
But
Look.
I get what you're going for, which is love is more than words. Love is actions. Love is when you're mad at somebody, not telling her that this is your house, because that is the wrong thing to do. It sets the wrong precedent and also shows her that you value property over her.
Right.
Love is more than saying, you're a bitch because you mad at her about something that happened. Love is more than that. Like that's a bare minimum for somebody that you give a shit about.
Right.
But for people always bring up infidelity, like sexual infidelity, physical infidelity.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who've been mentally and emotionally checked out of their relationships
Right.
for an extremely long time. We
Long
don't
as
ever
the
hit
law.
on them.
Right.
I mean, it's going back to the black church argument, which is always black church always about gay, whatever. But there's one nigga piping down a third of the church. There's another nigga who's been scheming the third of the church, and there's like
Black
17.
people have plenty of gays in it, choir directors.
I know,
band
but
directors.
what I'm saying is
There was one in my church growing up, and I realized that nigga was a straight up fantabulous man.
yes.
Fantabulous.
But no, what I'm saying is that's the one that we hit on. Like, we should really, if we're being honest, going back to what me and you talk about all the time, Reed, we should really be hitting on black people who are adulterers, because fucking up a family impacts the black community a lot more than this nigga
And we talking
cheating
about
on.
married people. You cheating on your girlfriend is not the same thing as you cheating on your wife.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed.
So, like, we need to talk.
Agreed.
We need to focus on adulterers. I think more adulterers and pedophiles are the things we need to focus on the most, because those are the things that destroy our community. Yes, I get it. That guy cheated on his girlfriend, but I'm sorry, this nigga didn't make a promise to you before God. He can make a promise to you outside of them sheets. So, I mean, you could be
But
mad
even
about it.
Depending on your, well, we ain't gonna get that. We ain't gonna get.
I mean, we can't get. I mean, we go into the liars too, but I mean,
No,
niggas
just
violate the
talking
Ten
about marriage,
Commandments.
Like when it comes to cheating, it's like if you're talking about biblically, we can go into a lot of things.
I mean, no, we going into biblically. I mean,
Well, hold on now. You can't dive into that world because
No, we
it's too
can't.
different. You can, but it's again. It's
well, no, I'm gonna do it
different
very
circumstances.
simple. I'm gonna do it very simply. God said not for man not to lay down, man and animal not to lay down, and woman and animal. There's something missing here that wasn't talked about. Woman and woman is not explicitly outlawed in the same Leviticus text. Now, maybe you want to look at it and just correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember him when they said man to man. Like, that was like the first one, just off the rip. Like, none of that.
Right.
Then it was man and animal. It's like, I mean, I get it. Goat herders get lonely sometimes. And it was woman and, I guess, bull, cow. I don't know what
sheep,
they was
dog,
horse
what the heck?
something.
No.
Goats.
But there was no woman and woman that was expressly forbidden, which niggas have subconsciously used over time to justify their arguments on why they're okay with whatever. Now, again, your personal sin ain't really none of my business, because I don't make any laws when it comes to biblical stuff. I don't promote who's going to heaven and who's not. And frankly, I feel like a lot of y'all gonna be mad because y'all gonna see a lot of these people in heaven. Weren't you a fucking murderer? I asked God for forgiveness, my dog. But you murdered my cousin. I asked God for
You
forgiveness
murdered my cousin.
for all the things that I did wrong. You better not be in a nice house. And this nigga's in like a nice little palace. It's like, I mean, you got a mansion, but I mean, my palace is pretty nice. It's only 4 bedrooms, but it's a palace. It's pretty good. We all here for the Lord. And then that's when that nigga's gonna get hate in his heart. It's like, nigga, you got kicked out of heaven because you couldn't let a grudge go.
I don't think any of that's gonna happen. But I understand I understand where you're going with it.
I'm just going for forgiveness. Jesus said forgiveness was like 470 something times 77.
Right.
It was a lot. You gotta forgive people for a lot.
Forgiveness is forgiveness, yeah. But I'm saying
I didn't say forget.
when we get that far, preferably we all do get that far. I'm not gonna worry about what happened if you.
You're a better man than most.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be one of those. I think it's kind of like a memory wipe. Or why would you care? I mean, that's me myself. I've transitioned. Hate is no longer in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I finally made it. I don't care if I ran into you, who you yourself shot my best friend. I'm no longer worried about you. I'm here for one thing, one reason only, is for the big man. In the
You're the level every black man is trying to get to.
I'm tired of hearing that crap. I'm tired of hearing that crap. Trust me, I got my own issues.
No. We're not downplaying issues.
I'm definitely gonna cheat on my wife. Like, I'm just letting you know. I'm not
this nigga all ripped, just completely taking my whole argument.
She doesn't listen to the show, does she? She doesn't listen to the show, does she?
She does not.
Married.
Oh, okay. Right.
Also true.
What I'm saying is,
Okay, I'm about to say, like,
Just, I'm sorry. I tried
married?
to have a heart-to-heart, try to take it in a right place, and then
delete
think
some of this too as well. But
that's fine. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But a view is a view. You have your opinion. I have my opinion.
I'm not saying
I'm
you're
not down
wrong.
looking at- I'm
What
not
I'm
saying you're
saying
right.
is
I'm not
that
saying
bitch
you're
ain't gonna
wrong.
suck your dick like that new bitch does.
Hold up.
Hold on. That's not true.
Mine wakes me up.
Don't wake up. Don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't make a nigga jealous over here.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about 10 years later. Then I can listen to you.
Okay, I promise you.
Okay, 10 years
Mine's
later.
gonna wake me up regardless, because this is the rule set by her, not by me. These are her rules.
I like that.
These are her rules.
She got a
I'm
sister.
She got a sister.
actually, yeah, she does.
So you don't wonder when she says "I love you" if she means it.
Oh no, I know she means.
How old is she?
Huh?
How old is she?
You're younger than me.
Okay. That means she knows to keep you happy. That's a different age, too.
Yeah,
But he also keeps her happy.
Your previous marriage, did it last as long as well?
Oh, so she was batshit crazy.
Okay.
I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. Oh hell
Okay.
no, that shit.
Was it like
she's listening?
one of my homeboys
what
who
is-
basically had a shotgun wedding when he came down to visit the girl?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything like
Okay,
that.
so it wasn't as intense.
It was more of.
was it?
I
You
made
need to do
it
some
as- I made it
spiritual
as a-
searching.
It started off all wrong. Number one, the whole relationship started off wrong.
Did you have a kid by her?
We got I had two kids by her. And the first kid was an accident, and I thought I had to step up. So I thought I was supposed to step up and say, "Hey, look, let's go ahead and be a
You
family."
did the right thing.
Try to do
You
the right
tried.
thing.
You did the
That
biblical
was
thing.
the wrong thing.
I mean, in
She was
retrospect.
look, gentlemen.
Was she batshit crazy?
If there are any
before that
guys who are
happened?
listening right now, check it out. Right, it is okay to have sex with a girl and get her pregnant and not marry her. It is okay, because if she's not the one,
Do not
if
have sex
she-
with her if you think you can get her pregnant.
well, if you
This
fit
is the
that
same nigga who
criteria,
don't use condoms.
If you there you go, silence. If you happen to be in that situation,
Chocolate Thunder can verify.
right? If you happen to be in that situation,
And Catalina.
your best bet is to continuously going on with you. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't just jump into marriage thinking that's the best thing, because that could be the worst thing.
You're right.
Because I found out this
I
woman
feel
is
you.
absolutely crazy. 5 years.
Okay.
I dealt with 5 years of crazy.
you should have left.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't
See,
know about
I
it.
think that worked better for our community as a whole because we had more marriages. Now
Right,
people
right.
just having kids and fathers aren't around. So,
Well, no.
I never said don't be around for the kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
weren't my
No,
words.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is overall as a community, that would be better for us if you got married to that girl. But before that even happened, do not have sex with women you don't want to have children with.
There you go.
Well, yeah, you got to date her. Like one girl.
I
Actually,
didn't say that I wasn't gonna do it. I'm saying what I should be doing. Nigga, I'm not here to lead you. I'm here to take you the right path. And I told you the right path. I didn't mean I walked it.
Hallelujah.
No, I'm saying like how often does that really
Oh,
happen?
shotguns happen in
shotgun
small
weddings
towns.
happen a lot.
Small towns.
No.
They're
Okay.
real.
It's,
There's a lot more small
That-
towns than there are big towns. I'm just letting you know.
Yes.
and how many of those really last?
Some do last forever because
Yeah.
you can learn. Okay, it's
Well,
a shotgun wedding.
hit him with the other fact. You realize arranged marriages where your parents pick out your people.
I was just about to say that.
I
was
get what
just
you're
about to
saying.
say that.
I'm just throwing
but
that up in the air.
shotgun marriages are basically that
They're the
on
same
steroids.
thing.
Correct.
Right.
They're like, you got my daughter pregnant. 2 ways out of here. Ring on her
shotgun
finger.
wedding. Only difference between arranged
carried
marriage and
by
shotgun wedding is
six.
Well, hello.
you know the woman in a shotgun.
Hold it by
wedding.
one
You see
hand.
her.
I said,
In
hold it
arranged
down.
women, you don't know what
I
you're
don't know.
getting yourself into. You might get a dime, but you might get a dud.
Yeah, you don't 100% know. So yeah, I
I
100%.
always knew. It's just I just want to throw it out there so they
No. Until you marry her, you don't know.
You
Correct.
have no.
Oh no, you talking
Remember-
about it in that sense? Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because he probably liked her actor, and then once her real person.
We were dating.
Her
Everything was
actor.
good.
Her actor.
She was a fantastic actress. But once I said I do, this
I don't
woman
gotta act no more.
morphed, bro.
Dude,
I'm
I'm talking about like pure
the
transformer.
moment you give her
Let
a
me ask you
ring,
this.
you're gonna see who she really
Did
is.
she?
Hope you chose right, bro.
How long did it
I
take?
know.
How long did it take for y'all?
Oh no, not you for
Matter
this.
of
I'm
fact, I
just
got
saying
two questions. How long did it take for y'all? How long have y'all known each other before y'all got married? And did she like really press it onto you to marry her?
No, there was no press. For her, there was no press. She didn't press.
He was
It
raised
me.
right.
It was me because number one, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, so I was like, we shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. But now that you have my child,
flesh is
it's
weak.
my it's me
the door to
it's
this
my
floor.
job now to step up and be a father
Swiper,
for this
don't
child
swipe
and give her what she needed.
It
But
is.
had I known what I know now, I would have told. If I had a time machine, I'd go back and tell myself, don't marry that woman. Have that kid be a father that you already are
Right,
to that
fact.
woman. Don't to your daughter, but don't marry that woman because she's crazy. And you should have
Absolutely.
noticed she had little speckles of craziness, but I shut that down mentally because I said I wanted to be in a relationship.
There's this guy I listen to named Chronicles of Judah, and you can find him on YouTube. He said, once a woman shows you who she really is, believe her the first time.
I mean, there was also a very
think so.
famous poet who said those exact words. Maya Angelou.
Right, but she had mental issues also because she changed due to the circumstances that we lived in. It's kind of weird to say that because you have to be there.
No, it's reality.
We were living in Florida,
Right.
and she was that outgoing good person. We moved to Georgia. All of a sudden, she was an in-house person. We were staying in Stone
She
Mountain.
felt caged probably.
Yeah, but no, but she wasn't.
Shout out to
caged.
Stone Mountain.
I tried to get her to go out. I got
No,
her
I said
sister.
she probably felt that way.
No, she couldn't have because I spent money to get her sister and her best friend to come down and spend time with her to take her ass out, and I had to beg her to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Did she not like herself
changed it.
after the baby?
She had some issues after the baby, but then she got over that. Then we had the second baby. I thought things were going to get better, but they got worse. And I think that's when we started to break her down. Me and my missus, right before, because I asked her to marry me, and we were like, all right, we want to have kids. So I'm like, all right, let's get started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already going down the right road. I ain't getting off this road no matter what. But halfway through, she got pregnant. She lost it. And to look at her every day in the eyes is something that broke my heart. And I had to keep trying to push her to let's try again. But building her up from that moment, that low.
Because you're basically building her up from nothing.
I had to build her up, and bro, that
And not
takes-
just building, you're pouring, because this is a person. You're pouring yourself into
You
her
have to. You have
try to get
You
her
know what I'm
to
saying?
be
And-
able to look
and
at
this is
things
how
differently.
I know that this is real love because I put this in her, and when we finally tried again, I don't know how you guys feel, but I put my hand on her. I prayed over her belly, night after night, night
got
after
to.
night after night
You got
after
to.
night, night after night, stuck.
That's so sad, man. It's so beautiful.
But even after the marriage, even after we got married, every single night I put my hand on her belly, and there'll be days which Devin would not move. Devin wouldn't move for a whole 24 hours, and she starts
Which
crying
freaks her out.
I'll put my hand on her belly and I'll start praying, and then I'll go to sleep and she'd be up. I'm like, what happened? This girl will not go to sleep. She's flipping, turning around. I'm like, thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? So, it's that kind of relationship that I did not have that first time that I should have had. Not so much with the loss, but that relationship I did not have.
That's
with
why I
that
always
first
ask
one.
people, like, when they have children versus, like, all my friends who have children in the future, I said, make sure you plan your child. Everybody else I know who's on had kids, they didn't plan their children. I just want to know
Correct.
how it goes when you plan your children. It has to be different.
Oh, yeah, when you plan your children versus you don't plan your children, it's
Correct.
two different. My daughter didn't plan her. I love you, baby girl, but you are crazy as hell. I love her, but she's gone.
Different.
My son, we planned him, but he's a little different. Devin planned her, same as my son. So I'm starting to understand, like you said, there is a difference between a planned child and another planned child.
Correct.
There's got to be something mentally because it's all hormonal in the mind of a
Well,
woman.
it goes beyond that because I told them the story about my mother's friends. She basically was going to have a child.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely don't listen to this podcast, so I'll tell you the whole ass story. And she already had like 4, and she didn't want this kid. So every so often, going up to the point where she could have an abortion, she would go to the clinic and she would be crying, she'd be doing whatever, and then she'd just drive back off. And then, you know, it got up to like the second time, they're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go through with it.
Up.
She goes, no, it wasn't even the price went up. Like she actually went through the doors and she just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Then the third time, like she was on the fucking table and she was like, no, I can't do this. I have to have this baby. When the child learned how to talk, it's around what, two-ish, something like that. Never call her mom. Like when she would ask for something, she'd be like, all right, Brenda. Like the kid knew. He was like, no, you didn't want me. Like, I don't fuck with you. Now, luckily, when he got older, he forgot that. But I'm one of those people who I believe that kids know
from here to here. There is a bond there.
Yeah, they are aware of a lot more things we give them credit for.
Right.
Like that's the thing when people be like, oh well, yeah, you know, babies, you know, they're a blank slate. I'm like, then why is it that every baby can know how to swim starting off? Like we lose the ability to learn how we lose the ability to swim. Well, that's because you're an embryonic sac. Yeah, but you also have a breathing tube attached. Yeah, you can whatever, but you know how to swim. Right. Like kicking is one thing, you know. But babies doing whatever, but knowing how to swim. When you see some of those babies and they give birth,
it's like riding a bike. You don't forget how to swim.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't, but you do. Some people are more inclined.
You forgot how to swim? I'm talking about from the baby once you learn again. Like as an adult, I've learned how to forgot how to swim.
But thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. We really appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry I have to leave.